Jace sat alone in the quiet room, staring at the empty chair across the table. It was late evening on Earth's orbital colony, a place filled with lights and noise, but inside his apartment, it was only silence. The stars outside his window blinked faintly, like old memories calling from far away. He reached for his holopad again, tapping open the last message from her. "Stay safe, Jace. Don't forget to smile. I'll message when I land on Avira Station." Ilara, that message was now 3 weeks old. Ilara had moved, not just to a new city or country, but to a whole different star system. She was chosen for the Interstellar Peace Academy on Avira Station, light years away. It was her dream. Jace had always known she would go, even encouraged her. But now that she was gone, everything felt wrong. They had grown up together, best friends since childhood. They had shared homework, laughed under trees, built silly robots, and watched every human launch mission on old vids. Ilara always wanted to help people. She wanted to bring hope to other worlds, especially ones that feared humans. HFY, she would say with a proud smile. We're not conquerors. We're the light in the dark. And now, she had flown toward that darkness. Without him, Jace put the holopad down and leaned back, eyes closed. Every corner of the room reminded him of her drawings on the wall, the small clay star she made in school, the silver pin she left by mistake. He wanted to talk to her so badly, but he didn't know what to say. He didn't want to sound clingy or sad, and he didn't want to make her feel guilty, so every day he stayed quiet. He watched old videos of their school days. He listened to songs they used to sing, and he tried to smile, even when it felt heavy. One day, as he walked through the colony's public park dome, he saw a little girl holding a handmade flag. It said, "To the stars with kindness." She was waving it near the launch site. Her father stood beside her, holding her hand. Jace stopped and watched. A new transport shuttle was launching toward Avira Station. His heart jumped. That was Ilara's new home. He felt something shift inside. He turned around and ran back to his room. There, he opened the holopad. But this time, he didn't check for a message. He began to record one. His voice shook a little. At first, but he didn't stop. "Hey, Ilara. I know it's been a while. I guess I just didn't know what to say. I missed you a lot. Still do. The colony is weird without you. I keep thinking about the way you used to say humans were meant to bring hope. Maybe that's what you're doing out there. Try it too. Here." He paused and smiled sadly. "I hope you're okay. I hope you're laughing the way you used to. I hope you haven't forgotten me. I haven't forgotten you. Not one bit." He sent the message. Then he sat still for a long time. The next morning, as Jace walked through the science wing, he passed by a volunteer board. It asked for humans to mentor young alien students who recently joined the colony. Jace stared at the poster. Then he slowly smiled. Maybe he couldn't go to Avira, but he could still do something. He could still be a light here. 2 days later, as he showed a group of shy alien kids how to make music from recycled tech, a soft chime echoed on his hall pad. He opened it quickly. A video message. Ilara's face appeared. She looked tired, but bright like always. "Jace, your message made me cry. Happy tears. Don't worry. I thought maybe you were mad at me for leaving. I waited every day, hoping you'd write. I missed you too. So much." She held up a silly star-shaped clay charm. "I still carry this. The one you gave me." She smiled wider. "I'm proud of you. I saw your name on the volunteer board updates. You're doing what I always believed in. That's what makes us human, right? Even when we feel lost, we bring warmth, we connect, we keep going." She laughed softly. "Let's not let space break our friendship, okay? We'll write, we'll talk. And one day, when the stars bring us close again, we'll laugh like always." Jace held the holopad close. The distance didn't feel so far anymore in that quiet room filled with memory and hope. A new light had begun to shine, bright, human, and full of promise. HFY. Always. Mira sat on the rooftop of the academy dome, her legs crossed, a soft wind brushing against her face. The stars above were bright tonight, even through the artificial sky panels. She liked it up here. It was quiet, far from the busy halls, loud speakers, and endless rules of the Galactic Harmony School. She had been here for 4 months now, for long months without Kai. Back on Earth, she and Kai were always together. He was the one who fixed her broken drone. He was the one who taught her how to grow flowers in zero-gravity gardens. He was the one who never let her feel small, even when others said humans didn't belong in alien-run programs. He made her feel strong, special, like she could change the world, even if it didn't want to be changed. Then, one day his name appeared on the assignment list. Kai Marin transferred to Mars Titan Training Station. No goodbye. No warning. Just a short message he sent before his ship left. Mira, I didn't have time to say goodbye. Proud of you. Stay kind. Stay bold. We'll talk soon. But soon never came. Now, she sat under stars in silence, hoping he hadn't forgotten. She tried messaging him 3 times, but the system always replied the same. Transmission failed. Station unavailable. Every day she told herself it was just a delay, just a signal problem. But every day without a reply felt like a wall growing taller between them. She still wore the metal ring he gave her. It wasn't fancy, just a bent piece of engineering scrap. But he carved the words "keep glowing" on it. That was his way. Mira missed his laugh, his calm voice, his belief in people even when they were different. We always said we humans don't give up. That's our superpower. She felt like giving up, till the day something unexpected happened. Myra was in her bot building class, working on a communication drone, when the instructor said, "Build something personal, something with purpose." So she built a message pod. Small, silver, simple. It wasn't meant to find him. That wasn't the goal. It was just her way of speaking, when she couldn't keep her words inside anymore. That night, she sat on the rooftop again. Holding the pod, she whispered into it. "Hi, Kai. I don't know where you are. Hope you're okay. I keep wondering if you miss me too. I wish I could talk to you like before. Things here are hard. Some aliens think humans aren't peaceful enough to be here. I try to be kind. I try to show them we are more than stories. But sometimes I get tired, and I think of you." She looked up. "You once said we glow when we stay true. I'm trying. But I miss your glow too." She placed the message pod in the school's old launch tube, the one students used for harmless signal tests, and sent it off into the sky. It was silly. It probably wouldn't even make it far. But it made her feel lighter. 2 weeks passed. She tried not to think about it. Then, late one evening, her comms panel blinked. "Incoming, Kai Marin." Titan Station. Mira gasped. She opened the message with shaking hands. A video. His face appeared. His hair was longer. His eyes were tired. But his smile. "Still the same, Mira. I got your message. I can't believe." It actually reached Titan. It bounced through 3 relay stations, but somehow it found me. He laughed softly. "I didn't answer before because the training station's comms were frozen after a solar flare. We were offline for weeks, but I thought about you every day, kept your picture by my bed, kept wondering if you still remembered me." He paused, eyes soft. "You're amazing, Mira. Even from so far away, you reminded me who I am, who we are. Humans don't quit, not when it matters." He held up a ring, his own, identical to hers. "I'm still glowing because of you." Mira sat frozen, tears in her eyes. Then she smiled. The stars didn't feel so far anymore. It's not when hearts could reach across them. She stood and looked. Up. Somewhere out there, Kai was looking at the same sky. And for the first time in weeks, she whispered with hope, "We're still connected, because that's what it means to be human. To care deeply, to hold on, to keep glowing even in the dark." HFY. Always. Lena walked slowly through the quiet halls of the moon-based library, her fingers brushing the edges of old databooks. The lights above flickered softly, and distant hums of life support machines filled the silence. She stopped by a window, staring. out at the empty gray landscape of Luna's surface. Cold, still, lonely, just like how she felt inside. It had been almost a year since Ben left. He used to walk these same halls with her, always carrying too many books, always smiling at passing crew members, and always asking strange questions about alien cultures. Ben loved learning about the galaxy. He believed understanding others could lead to peace. When he got accepted into the University of New Terra, Lena cheered for him. She told him to go, to learn, to become someone great. But now, she missed him more than she ever expected. They used to talk every evening. Now it had been 2 months since his last message. At first, she told herself he was busy. Then, maybe the network was slow. But deep down, she feared something else. Maybe he had moved on. New friends, new life. Maybe he didn't need her anymore. That thought hurt more than the silence. Lena sat at her small work desk that night, staring at the blank screen of her communicator. She thought about writing to him, but the words wouldn't come. What would she say? "Hi, I feel like I'm disappearing in your world." No, that was too heavy. Double quotes. "Hey, just checking in." So she did what she always did when her heart felt heavy. She wrote in her journal, "Dear Ben, do you remember the stars we used to name from the Garden Dome? I named one after you. You laughed and said I was being dramatic. Maybe I was, but you liked it. And when I look up, I search for it. Your star. And I wonder if you're looking up too. I hope you're okay. Hope you still smile when you read old history books and spill tea on your notes. I hope you miss me at least a little, because I miss you a lot." She closed the journal and sighed. Maybe one day she'd send him a message. Maybe a few days later. Lena was helping with her children's class in the moon base's learning dome. A young alien girl named Sori tugged at her sleeve. "Miss Lena, are humans sad when friends go far away?" Lena blinked. "Why do you ask?" Sori looked up with big violet eyes. "'Cause you look like that." Lena knelt beside her, surprised. "Sori said softly, "My brother went to another moon. I miss him too." Lena smiled gently. "Yes, humans do feel sad sometimes. But we also keep love close, even across stars." Sori nodded and took out a small glowing stone from her bag. "I made this for my brother. It sends color signals when I hold it tight." Lena watched in awe as the stone lit up. Sori whispered, "He has one too." In that moment, something changed in Lena. She realized connection didn't need to be perfect. It didn't need to be loud or constant. It just needed to be real. That night, Lena finally sat at her communicator. She didn't write a long message. She just said this. "Hey Ben, I named another star after you. It's smaller, but brighter. Just like the way you lit up my world. If you're still out there, still thinking of me, write back, or just look at the stars, I'll know." She hit send. Her hands trembled, and then she waited. A week passed. Then 2, she told herself it was okay. She had done what she needed to do. She was learning to live again, helping the children. Planting in the garden dome, laughing a little more. Then, one afternoon, as she watered the soft white flowers near the edge of the dome, a sound echoed from her communicator. She ran to it, heart racing. Message from Ben. She opened it. His face appeared, older, tired, but smiling. "Lena, I'm so sorry. My heart is full and breaking at the same time. New Terra had a huge blackout. Communications were down for months. I tried every way I could to reach you." He held up a notebook stained with ink. "I wrote to you every day, hoping, waiting, praying the messages would send." His voice softened. "I never stopped thinking of you. Every star I saw reminded me of your voice, your kindness, your hope. You're still my brightest light." He smiled gently. "And yes, I looked up tonight, and I saw your star. Both of them." Lena covered her mouth, tears filling her eyes. He hadn't forgotten, never let go. Somewhere across the stars, they had stayed close, held together by hope, by memory, by what it meant to be human, because humans didn't let distance break what mattered, They waited. They reached. They believed at HFY always. Noah sat by the large window in the starport terminal on Europa Station, his bag resting at his feet. Outside, icy clouds swirled above Jupiter's moon, and small transport ships blinked in and out of view. The station was busy, full of people, moving, laughing, talking, living. But inside, Noah felt still, quiet, disconnected. He had arrived here 3 weeks ago. A new job, a big opportunity. Everyone said he was lucky, but all he could think about was Zara, who used to meet him at the coffee booth after long shifts on Earth Station. Zara, who loved old Earth music and wore mismatched socks every day. Zara, who made even quiet moments feel like sunshine. They had been best friends, almost something more, but never said it out loud. Then came her transfer. They need me on Polaris's research outpost. I leave next week, she had told him with that sad, brave smile. It's only for a year, maybe less. They hugged goodbye. She pressed a paper note in his hand. It said, "Keep the music playing. I'll be listening." But since she left, there had been no messages. The Polaris station had tight restrictions. Sometimes messages didn't get through. Still, he checked his comms every day, and every day there was nothing. Noah tried to stay busy, worked hard, he made friends. But when he came home each night, silence felt louder than the station's engines. He missed her laugh. He missed the way she'd tap her finger to the rhythm of old jazz songs. Most of all, he missed the way she looked at him like he mattered. More than stars or systems, he wanted to tell her he was still listening, that the music was still playing. But he didn't know how. Then one evening, something strange happened. Noah walked into the shared rest lounge of the station. A group of young engineers were setting up a music booth. One of them turned and asked, "You like old Earth music?" Noah paused. "Yeah, a lot," the boy smiled. "We're streaming a tribute show. Some signal just came in an old style. Radio loop from deep space, playing classic jazz and blues." Oh, ID tag, pretty weird, huh? Noah's heart jumped. He rushed to the console. The music was scratchy, soft but familiar. A trumpet played. Then a slow piano. Then a voice. A girl's voice. Soft, sweet, to anyone out there. If you hear this, I hope it reminds you of someone you love, someone you miss, someone worth remembering. Noah's eyes widened. That voice, it was Zara. The loop ended, then started again. Noah felt frozen. But his heart beat fast. She was out there, she remembered. She found a way. And she used the one thing they always shared: music. For the next few nights, he stayed in the lounge, listening to the loop over and over. Others thought it was just background sound. But for Noah, it was more. It was her voice, her hope, her way of reaching across the silence. Then, he made a choice. He found a quiet corner of the station's old broadcast room used for amateur recordings. He brought his guitar and a recorder. He played their favorite song, the one they used to hum while cleaning the labs, the one she called their theme. Then he spoke into the mic. "Hey, Zara, I heard you. I don't know how, but I did. Music reached me. I miss you. I still keep the music playing. I still think about you every day. You once told me humans are good at finding their way back to each other, even across space. I didn't believe it then, but now I do." He uploaded the recording to the same frequency her signal used. A week passed. Then two. Then one night the lounge console blinked. Incoming loop update detected. He ran there, breath held. This time, the voice came clearer. "Hi, Noah. I knew you'd hear me. I wasn't sure it would work, but I had to try. I kept thinking about you, wondering if you still remembered." "I never stopped listening," her voice smiled. "Thank you for answering. Now I know. We're still connected." Noah sat back, eyes filled with tears. Hope wasn't about always being close. Hope was about knowing someone still cared, and humans more than anything were built to care deeply. Even when the stars got in the way, they found each other, not through power, not through war, but through a song, through memory, through human love that never gave up. Ellie sat at the edge of her small cabin window, staring at the wide rings of Saturn. The view from Titan Colony was beautiful silver clouds and the soft golden curve of the planet spinning slowly in space. It was peaceful, quiet. But inside her heart, there was a storm. It had been 5 months since Sam left. 5 months without his voice, without his jokes. Without their daily talks in the garden dome after work, they were engineers together on Earth's Mars Terra project. Its best friends. Maybe more. But just before Ellie could say what she truly felt, Sam was transferred to Kepler-9 research base. Thousands of light years away. He promised he'd stay in touch. He didn't. At first, Ellie waited. She checked her inbox every night. She sent 3 messages. One was simple. Hey, how's the stars treating you? Another said, I miss our old coffee breaks. The third had no words, just a picture of their favorite bench under the red leaf tree on Mars. None of them were ever opened. After that, she stopped trying, but she couldn't stop thinking about him. Now, every night she wrote letters, but never sent them. Her journal was full of them, pages and pages of memories. Thoughts, feelings she never shared. Dear Sam, today, I fixed the water pipes in the South Tunnel. It made me think of the time you flooded the Mars dome, trying to upgrade the tea machine. You were so embarrassed. I laughed so hard I dropped my sandwich. I miss that laugh. I miss you. Another page. Sam, why didn't you write back? Did I say something wrong? Did I matter less than I thought? I don't want to forget you. But I don't know how to hold on anymore. Ellie would close the journal each night with a sigh. She wanted to move on, but her heart still carried him. One day Ellie was called to assist at the communication tower. A storm had knocked out the signal relay. The texts were backed up. As she sorted through old data logs, she saw something strange. Message archive. Delayed transmissions, Kepler-9. Her heart skipped. There were hundreds of messages stuck in queues some sent weeks, even months ago. The station had suffered a long blackout. The signals were delayed, not lost. She opened the logs. Her hands shook. There it was. From Sam Corrin. Subject, just thinking of you. Her eyes blurred as she opened the message. Hey Ellie, I'm sorry I haven't written. Our systems crashed right after I got here. We've been completely cut off. No comes, no nothing. But you were the first person I thought of every single day. I still carry that silly drawing you gave me as a robot with coffee hands. It's on the wall above my bed. Makes me smile. I wanted to tell you something before I left, but I got scared. Maybe I still am, but here it is. I miss you, not just as a friend. I miss you in the way that makes everything else quieter. You're still out there. If you still think of me, send something back. Anything, please. Ellie sat frozen for a long moment. The silence in the tower felt heavier now, but different. Not empty, full of meaning. She didn't waste a second. She ran back to her room, pulled out her journal, and flipped to a fresh page. Dear Sam, you didn't disappear. You were just lost in the storm. And I was here, waiting in the quiet, thinking. It was over, but it wasn't. I still think of you every day. Still laugh at your bad jokes in my head. I still sit under the red tree even if it's just in memory. So yes, I'm still out here, still hoping, still holding on. Right again? And when you do, I'll be here. She attached the letter to the transmission channel and pressed send. Days later, the stars outside looked the same, but everything inside Ellie had changed. The silence wasn't so scary anymore because now she knew he hadn't forgotten. He had been trying, and so had she. Sometimes the universe puts distance between hearts, but humans, more than any other species, find ways to cross it. With hope, with honesty, letters never sent, till the right moment comes. Milo knelt by the edge of the small garden dome on Venus Station, his fingers pressing seeds into warm soil. Outside the glass panels, heavy orange clouds drifted across the sky. It was always stormy here, but inside the dome the plants brought a little peace. He worked quietly, planting flowers the same way he used to on Earth with her. Her name was Hannah. She was his best friend, the one who loved rain more than sunshine. the one who brought snacks to the greenhouse and sang while planting vines. They had shared every season together, from childhood into training school. Then came her offer. "I got assigned to Proxima Green Station," she said, her eyes bright but unsure. "They picked me for the terraforming program. I leave in 2 weeks." Milo smiled for her, told her he was proud, helped her pack. But deep inside, something broke. Since she left, things hadn't felt right. He wrote a few messages. Simple ones. "The tomatoes are growing slower this year. They've repaired the dome roof. You'd like the new light panels?" She never replied. He told himself she was just busy. Maybe the connection was bad. Maybe she didn't miss him the way he missed her. Still, every evening. He returned to the garden. He kept her favorite flowers alive. Sky roses. Small blue petals that glowed softly in dim light. He remembered how she once said, "If we're ever apart, just plant sky roses. I'll know you're thinking of me." So he did every week, even when it hurt. One day, while pruning the vines, Milo noticed a young alien student watching him from the dome entrance. "Are you the human who talks to flowers?" the child asked. Milo blinked. "Maybe depends whose." Asking, the child stepped closer. "My people say humans grow life with their hearts, not just with their hands." Milo smiled. "Maybe that's true." The child tilted its head. "You miss someone." It wasn't a question, just a truth. Milo looked at the sky roses and nodded. "Yes, I do." "Why don't you tell her?" "I tried. She didn't answer." The alien thought for a moment. Then it said, "Maybe you're—" Words got lost in space. "But plants never lie. Send her a garden." Milo stared, confused. "What do you mean?" The alien grinned. "Grow a gift she can see, even across stars." That night, Milo couldn't sleep. The idea kept spinning in his mind. Could he really grow a message? Began the next morning. He asked the station artist to help him design a layout using different flower-type colors, shapes, and textures. He mapped out a giant flower bed across one section of the dome floor. From above, it would look like a message. He worked day and night. Others joined in, engineers, students, even a few aliens. Word spread. The human is planting hope. In 2 weeks, it was ready. A full garden spelling out one sentence. Using light-reflective petals and glowing sky roses, I still remember. Milo took a picture from the top deck and sent it through the communication relay. The message didn't have many words. Just, "For you, if you're still out there." Then he waited, one quiet morning, as sunlight cut through the clouds. A soft ping echoed on his wrist device. Message received. Proxima Green Station. Milo's breath caught. He opened. It. Hannah's face filled the screen holder, a little tired but smiling. "Milo, I don't even know what to say. I saw the picture. I cried. Not because I was sad, but because I missed you more than I knew." She took a deep breath. There were power failures here. Our systems were down for weeks. "I never saw your messages. I thought maybe you gave up." Her voice broke a little. "But you didn't. You planted sky roses. You remembered." She leaned closer to the screen. "I'm coming to visit, just for a week. I want to sit beside the flowers. With you." Milo stared at the screen, tears in his eyes. She hadn't forgotten. She had just been far away. But even across stars, they had stayed connected through memory, through soil, through hope. Because humans may lose touch, they may feel alone. But they never stop planting seeds of love, even in silence, even in storms. And somehow, those seeds bloom, HFY, always. Tessa stood outside the observation deck on orbital station Halo 5, her arms wrapped tightly around herself. The stars looked like tiny dots across the black sky. The earth glowed below, blue and soft. People said the view was beautiful. Tonight it just felt far. Everything felt far since Liam left. He was her older brother, her best friend, and the only person who truly understood her. They used to watch meteor showers together. They would talk about everything: books, space, music, and dreams. Liam made her laugh when she was sad. He always knew when something was wrong. Then came the day he was chosen for a deep space mission to Alpha Centauri. He smiled and said, "It's just for 2 years, Tess. We'll send messages. You'll tell me how many books you finish. I'll tell you what stars look like from A. New world, but 2 years turned into 3. And then silence. At first, messages came regularly. Then they slowed. Then they stopped. Tessa kept sending updates anyway. Guess what? I won the science fair. I finished 20 books. This month, I miss you. But her messages were never opened. She didn't know if the ship had lost power, or if Liam had simply moved on. She came to this deck every week, hoping today. She sat by the wide glass panel, staring out. She whispered, "Are you still looking at the stars too, Liam?" No one answered, of course. Later that day, she walked into the station's learning dome, where she helped with the kids' reading hour. A small boy named Taryn tugged on her jacket. "Miss Tessa, do you believe someone far away can still care about you?" Tessa blinked. "Why do you ask?" Taryn looked down. "Psh. My mom's on another station. She doesn't write, but I still write to her. I don't know if she sees it." Tessa knelt. "I think when you care about someone, that feeling doesn't disappear. Even when you can't see them or hear from them, some part of them still carries you." The boy smiled. "Then I'll keep writing." And suddenly, Tessa felt something spark inside. That night, she returned to her quarters and opened her data logs. There were still 21 unsent messages. To Liam. Some were voice clips. Some were short letters. Some were just quiet recordings of her playing music on the old synth he left behind. She had never sent them. She was afraid he wouldn't see them, afraid she'd be disappointed again. But now, she realized she wanted to try one more time. She pressed record. "Hey, Liam," she began softly. "It's me. I'm sitting at our old spot, under the stars. You're probably somewhere I can't even imagine now, but I still talk to you in my head. I still hear your jokes. I still look for your spaceship when I see the night sky. I don't know if this will ever reach you, but if it does, know that I never stopped caring. I never stopped hoping. I'll be here, waiting to hear from you. Just like always." She sent the entire folder. And then she waited. 2 days passed. Then 3. Then one evening her wristband buzzed gently. She gasped. Incoming message from Deep Space Relay 14 Alpha Centauri Path Subject Tessa. "I heard you." Her fingers trembled as she opened the file. Liam's face appeared. His hair was longer. He had a beard now. But his eyes, his smile, still the same. "Hey, Tessa," he said, voice cracking. "You have no idea how much this means. We lost signal during the wormhole jump. System didn't recover for months. Thought you'd think I forgot about you." He paused. "I didn't. I never did. I read every message. I heard the music. I laughed and cried. And now I'm writing back." Tears rolled down Tessa's face. "I missed you so much," Liam said. "But now I know you're still there, still writing, still looking at the same sky." He smiled. "And I'll be looking too." From that night on, Tessa felt different. The stars weren't just lights in the sky. They were bridges. Between people. Between hearts. Between those who remembered and those who still waited. Humans get lost. They move away. They go silent. But they don't stop loving. They don't stop trying. They don't stop hoping. Even when galaxies come between them, they find a way back. Because when they care, they look up at the same sky and know they're never truly alone. HFY, always.